Border Patrol USA here today in Flushing, Queens, New York, as we document the illegal immigration crisis in the south of the border. Something that's not addressed too often in the media is the cost of these illegal aliens when it comes to the taxes that they pay. A report came out a few weeks ago that stated that the IRS is crediting illegal aliens up to $5 billion. That's 5 with a B, billion dollars a year for child tax credit. Understand that half of these illegal aliens are working in the black market and the other half are working in the open market, and they claim taxes with these tax identification numbers that the IRS permits them to use. And when they report their taxes, they're reporting that they have 2, 3, 4, 7 children, and so they get credited back on their taxes. $5 billion a year of taxpayer dollars going towards this pool of illegal aliens. In addition to that, the money that's repatriated back to their country with their paychecks. A report also came out last week that every year about $25 billion is sent back to their country through Western Union and other wire services. These are money that they've earned working for illegally in an employment company and taking their wages and sending them back to their country for their families and their friends. Now, how is that benefiting us Americans when you have $30 billion a year exiting our borders? I would argue it doesn't, and this is something that we need to address, especially in a time that we have experiencing now. We have a recession. They call it it's the worst recovery in the history of the United States, and we have not recovered from it. We have 95 million legal American citizens that are out of work and not working. We have the lowest participation workforce since 1977. Many of them will do the jobs that they say these illegal aliens are taking, and that hurts more the poor, the working poor, and the blacks and the Hispanics in this country that can't find a job, minimal as it is. Another thing, 47 million Americans are on food stamps. 47 million Americans. We have record-breaking numbers of Americans on SSI, disability insurance. Over 12 million a year of Americans on disability. Is it that they're disabled? There's been statistics showing that 40% of them is fraud. We have a GDP the last quarter, which was negative 3% from January to April. A negative 3% GDP. That means the economy is contracting. It's not even expanding. And yet they say we are on a road to recovery, and that the job numbers are good, and people are finding jobs, and real estate prices are up, and the stock market is at 17,000 points. I say that those are all fudge numbers, cookbooks, and they're being deceptive with those numbers. Again, $35 billion of money, taxpayers' money going out to overseas through illegal aliens. Border Patrol USA coming to you live.